The idea that Protestants somehow removed agreed-upon books out of the Bible during the Reformation is completely inaccurate. In a similar vein, though, the idea that Roman Catholics wholesale just added these books as a response to the Reformers is also a little bit too simplistic.
There really were Bibles, right? Like if you were to take a time machine back before the Reformation, or if you were to go to a library that has ancient books, you'll find old Bibles from before the Protestant Reformation. You'll also find a lot of ancient church documents and ancient Christian writings talking about the books of the Bible. We can say, as a matter of fact, that the Latin Vulgate had 73 books in it. 7 of those are removed to create the 66-book Protestant Bible. That's not totally inaccurate. That is accurate. And he says, well, it's not as if there were 73 agreed upon books. Well, there were, in fact. At the Ecumenical Council of Florence, the 73-book canon is described as the inspired books, and this is agreed to by the Catholic Church, the Orthodox Church, and the Coptic Church. This is well before the Reformation, before Martin Luther is born. So it is not inaccurate to say there was a consensus. Now, granted, we should caveat that by saying there were dissenters from that consensus. There were people who argued that consensus was wrong. But at the level of churches, there clearly was a consensus on a 73-book canon. Even in ones where maybe it's a little more amorphous in the East, it was still clearly much larger than the Protestant canon. If anything, it was more than 73 books. The Reformers absolutely reduced the number of books recognized as part of the Bible. That is objectively true. Whether you think that's good or bad, to deny that that happened is just denying a historical fact. On the flip side, when he says, well, we can't just say Catholics just added them wholesale in response to the Reformation, that'd be a little too simplistic. No, it wouldn't be a little too simplistic. That'd be flatly untrue. We can see these books in Catholic Bibles. Now, unless your argument is that Catholics in the 16th century perfected time travel and they went back and they fixed all the Bibles in the Middle Ages to match the Council of Trent, well, then you have to just acknowledge, no, even though he's trying to be even-handed here, neither of the things Wes has said here are actually true.